In this video, we're going to talk about how you can pack up your assembled Lego sets in a way that's hopefully going to minimize any sort of breakage or any sort of parts getting mixed together when you're moving from one place to another. Let's get started. If you guys haven't seen this channel before, my name is Michael. This is New Brickerton, my Lego city right behind me, and we have got to move this city from this house to my new house. So I'm starting the process of packing everything up. I've done a little bit of research, seeing how other people have done this. I don't think there's any secret formula to this, but I've come up with a decent method that I think is going to work for me and have some good ideas about how exactly is a good way to pack up your sets. So you're going to need a few key things for packing up your Lego sets. First, you're gonna need shrink wrap. You can use normal saran wrap for this. Obviously, I went ahead and got a 1,000-foot roll from Target. And what the saran wrap will do is we're gonna wrap each set so that way all the pieces are contained within that wrapped section. If it gets bumped, if there is some sort of pieces that fall off, at least they're going to be contained inside your wrapped set. The second thing you'll need is some sort of insulation to keep your sets from moving as much as possible. That could be packing peanuts, it could be cardboard. For me, I'm going to try to start with bubble wrap, but I'm going to be using whatever's laying around. I have some foam, I have some bubble wrap. I'm just going to throw as much padding into these packages as possible. I'm going to be using plastic bags for little extra pieces so they can stay with their associated sets. You're going to need some tape, of course. The last thing you'll need is your vessel for transport. So for me, I'm going to be using some totes, probably some cardboard boxes, whatever I've got laying around really, because we have got a ton of stuff to pack up and I'm sure I'm gonna run out of containers as soon as I get started. So the one tip that I would give you is whenever you're looking at containers and you're trying to decide what size of container you want to buy, I would definitely think about your Lego collection, how big your sets are, and make sure you get a corresponding tote. So if you know about Lego modular buildings that are built on base plates, which are essentially 10 inches by 10 inches, you want to get totes that are corresponding sizes. So I wouldn't really get a tote that's like 14 inches. I would either get one that's basically like 10 or 11 inches or 20 inches. Because then if you get one that's at least 20 inches, then you can fit two modular buildings side by side all the way through. The good thing is you can always fill in smaller sets wherever there's extra room. Just buy some big totes, buy some big boxes. Oh, and don't forget, the last thing you'll need is obviously your Lego. In this video, we will wrap up the brick bank and prep it for transport. Step one, you want to look around the edges of the build, see if there's anything loose that's just going to get knocked off by the saran wrap. So just looking at the build, I see a little lamp and a little tree that may get knocked off during transport. All I'm gonna do is put them in the bag, and I'm just gonna grab a little piece of tape, and then I'm just gonna tape this up here on the top of the building. It's not gonna bother anyone. We will have to do a little bit of reassembly once we're done, but that is the price you pay for wanting to move Lego. If you really don't wanna do this process, you could just disassemble all your sets, I suppose. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this plastic wrap. Because it's on a Mills plate, that's gonna make the build even more sturdy. So I'm not super worried about these coming apart in transport. I think they will do just fine. Place this guy on here. So let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. So now that I've wrapped these sides, I'm just gonna wrap it once or twice around the other way. All right, this feels pretty good. That may have been a little bit overkill on the wrapping. I think I wrapped it like 3 times one way and 2 times the other way. All right, I think you could get away with just doing it 1 or 2 times, but I think modulars are gonna be the easiest thing to wrap up because look at this thing. It looks beautifully wrapped, like a little pastry or something. I'm really excited about this actually. So I feel pretty good about this. My hope is, and I'm not a physicist and I don't know if this works this way, but I'm hoping that with the pressure coming in from the top and bottom, I'm gonna hope that that's also gonna help these bricks stay together so we won't have any issues. So let me do a few more of these and then I'll show you how exactly I'm packing them away into the totes. So as I kind of expected, the larger square-shaped modular style buildings were all very easy to wrap. So I did those first, and as I went on, I kind of did away with the step of wrapping the loose pieces in a plastic bag. Since everything is contained in the plastic wrap, it seemed like wasted work, but you can still do it if you want to keep things super organized. What surprised me though is that wrapping smaller sets of all shapes and sizes was all incredibly easy. You can just go ahead and wrap around them no matter the shape, and it should go perfectly fine as long as you're careful. Even if there's pointy parts or like things sticking out, it works out pretty well. And I was definitely right about the stability aspect of the plastic wrap. It helps a lot, and the force from the plastic wrap pushing in helps make sure that your sets don't break as easily. So once you get everything wrapped up, all you gotta do is a little bit of Tetrising to figure out which sets to put in which boxes. I put in large modular buildings first until I couldn't fit any more in each box, and then I filled in the gaps with whatever sets are an appropriate size for the gaps that were available. I filled them all the way to the top, putting just a bit of padding in between any sort of gaps, but with the plastic wrap, you really don't even have to worry too much about breakage or extra padding as long as you aren't rough when you move it. Once you've got the box filled, make sure you label it with every single set you put inside so you can stay organized and know where things are once you're moved. So here's a video clip of all my main city buildings wrapped in the cling wrap, ready to be packed away. It looks like the Lego city is getting fumigated by pest control. If you'd like to see more of my moving process, I'm going to be releasing at least one vlog of my moving process, packing up all of my Lego and moving across town to my new house. Go ahead and hit subscribe down below so you don't miss out on that, and throw me a like and a comment on this video if you found any of the tips in this video helpful. That's pretty much it. Just let me know down below in the comments if you have any questions or if you found a better method for wrapping up your Lego to get it moved. Thanks for watching, everyone. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.